Bengals, Titans. Let's break down this Thanksgiving Sunday matchup piece by piece, starting with the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow, when they win, is a stellar quarterback, throwing for an average of 318 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an astonishing 118.1 rating. But when the Bengals lose, Burrow's averages are abysmal, with 170 yards, 1.5 touchdowns, and an 82.7 rating. Out of his 8 interceptions on the season, 6 of them came in games they lost, and 2 of them came in games they won. Both of the interceptions he threw in wins came in the same game against Pittsburgh last week. That means 75% of Burrow's interceptions came in 40% of their games, all losses. When Joe Burrow doesn't turn the ball over, his team wins. So I think that it would be unlikely for the Bengals to win this game with multiple or even one interception thrown. If Joe Burrow has a 300-yard day with a multitude of touchdowns and little to no turnovers, the Cincinnati Bengals will win this football game. Burrow has had some help achieving these stats with Jamar Chase. He has been out for the past 3 weeks, though, and this hurts Burrow. With Chase active, Burrow averages 300 yards, and without him, barely 260. Jamar Chase is a big factor for the Bengals' success, and the Cincinnati faithful has missed him this November, as the 2 interceptions that Burrow thrown all year in a win came in a game without Jamar Chase. Joe Burrow has had some help over the past 2 weeks, and that has come from T. Higgins. Real quickly before we continue, I would like to thank you so much for the support on the last video, the Patriots-Vikings game preview. If you please could consider leaving a like and subscribing, because I do put a lot of effort and these game previews are not easy to take. It is hours of work finding the clips, making the graphics, looking at the stats, putting together the script, all of it. It is a lot of work, and I really do love to see when a video gets views like that. And I really would love to see to possibly get some likes and subscribers on this video. May seem like I'm begging, but I really would appreciate it. And maybe check out some other videos because you might like them if you enjoy this. Now back to the preview. T. Higgins has survived as the #1 receiver and has gotten around 40% of all his yards on the season in the 3 weeks that Chase has been out. Higgins had 148 yards last week in their win against Pittsburgh, but he may need to step up this week against the Titans, who have been locking down #1 receivers very, very well lately. Speaking of locking down, let's talk about Von Bell. He has played the season of his life, tripling the amount of interceptions he previously had in his 7-year career. He already has a forced fumble in the year and 34 tackles, which is third on the Bengals team. Von Bell is going to have to do some work against Ryan Tannehill, and he's also going to have to help shut down Treylon Burks, who in their 27-17 victory over the Green Bay Packers had the best game of his career. He had 7 receptions for 111 yards and one 50-yard reception, which is the longest of his career, and the second longest passing play for Tennessee all season long. Against all other opponents combined, Burks only has 14 receptions, 153 yards, and his longest play is just a 27-yard completion. A third of all his receptions, close to half of his yards, and his longest play of the season came in one game for Burks. If he has another monster game like this against the Cincinnati Bengals, the Tennessee Titans will win this game. But let's not let that take light away from the real star on this Titans team, which is Derrick Henry. He has been a force to be reckoned with throughout this season, as he already has over 1,000 yards on 230 carries, which is a 4.4 average yards per carry. He has 10 touchdowns opposed to only 1 fumble, and he's going to have to rack it up against the Bengals defense if Tennessee is going to win this game. This is going to be a long night for Cincy trying to figure out how to stop this machine of a player in a possible battle of attrition. But if they can stop Derrick Henry, they're going to have Ryan Tannehill to worry about. On the year, he has a 2.5 turnover ratio, which is miles better than last year. He already has about 1,700 yards and a 65.1 completion percentage. Ryan Tannehill has been stepping it up his play the past few weeks, and will have to continue to do that if they want to win this football game. This will be a tight game and possibly a battle of attrition, as I said earlier, which would lead to Tannehill having to have a good game, especially in the fourth quarter, to pull out the win. Defensively for the Tennessee Titans, they have Jeffrey Simmons, who already has 33 tackles, 6.5 sacks, which is second for the team, and 4 passes defended. He's already on pace to surpass what he did last year when he had 46 tackles, 8.5 sacks, and 6 passes defended, and he has gotten better throughout the year. Simmons will be getting Burrow at least once with the struggling Bengals offensive line, and will have to play a key part in the Titans' victory if they get it on Sunday. Now that you've heard all of this, comment down below who you think is going to win this football game. Go ahead and put a score prediction down there too. And in the meantime, here's ours. We are making game previews if you haven't seen them, and the ones that are already out will be linked in the description box below. Thanks for watching, and have a good rest of your day.